Yes, Mr. Bega.
Yes, sir. Thank you. If I don't disturb the others.
No, it's okay.
Not at all.
In Islam, there are so many rules for somebody who can understand religion of Islam better than everyone else. In Islam, it is known that beside God or Allah, which is in the Quran, it was the Prophet Muhammad who knew everything by guidance of God only, not by himself, because even in the Holy Quran, there are so many verses who says to him, if what you are telling to people till nowadays, what you are telling to everyone are saying that by your own, we will take your throat and will cut your head. It is a verse in the Holy Quran, which means he had a very big responsibility as a human first and as a prophet later. So he can never be considered as a liar in the eyes of God first and then to people. And second, there are so many verses which talks about the knowledge of the scholars and knowledgeable people exactly as much as I studied about. There are like 850 different verses who mention about the knowledgeable people, or you who believe, who is better, the one who knows or the other who is ignorant. If you don't know, ask the knowledgeable people. I myself never expected to say in these meetings of HWPL to say that I'm a religious person and I can take the responsibility. I'm not. Because it is a very big responsibility for me to call myself a scholar of Islam. I'm not. But as a researcher, I wanted to give my contribution in that. So in Islam, even the Prophet himself was not allowed to tell to people by God that I am the one and listen to me, O people, and that's it. I can find the verse and say that God says in the Holy Quran, if you are talking to people from your mind, which is limited, we will cut your throat and cut it. We will kill you in that way. Because you are lying in the name of God as a human, as a prophet. And we know that he became a prophet in the 40s, not as a kid, not younger. So it is a very big responsibility for somebody to be knowledgeable. And in Islamic perspective, we have a very good lesson when big scholars of Islam say something and at the end of their words, they add, God knows best. So as a researcher, as a scholar, Muslim scholars or ulema, alim in Arabic, if he says that this is from the Holy Quran, this message comes from the Prophet Muhammad, this comes from the former people, friends of Prophet Muhammad, this comes from the biggest ulemas or scholars of Islam, at the end, he adds, God knows the best. So it's not me who knows. In Arabic, it is Allah al-Alam. God knows the best. Because it is another verse in the Holy Quran which says, who fears the most from God, they are the scholars. That is why they have so many big responsibility in Islam, and not everyone can be a scholar, because you should read so many books. You should, in Islam, I mean, big scholars of Islam, they had to have contacts with the Prophet Muhammad, or with his close friends after he passed away, or with his family members after he passed away, or with the first scholars of Islam after, or rulers. were the most close to him and got everything knowledgeable by talking to somebody, to him. So this is the way that how a scholar can be taught, that can be understood to understand the religious script by learning, by getting to the first knowledgeable people, and then in nowadays with scholars. And I mentioned in my topic last time about division of women and men, that in the world it is the Mrs. Fatima al-Fikhri who is considered the first person in the world who made the first university in this world, the Qarawin University in Morocco, in Fez of Morocco. Yes, and we should divide also, not to forget, we should divide that there are so many different knowledgeable ranks and divisions. We have fuqaha or faqih, the one who deals with the laws of Islam. So an alim in Arabic, it means somebody knowledgeable who has knowledge from everything concerning religion, not only special topics, but then they are divided in different groups. Somebody knows this, it is called the one for law, it is called faqih. The one for, I don't know, what else? They are divided in Islam. So not everyone can be mixed with the other. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bega. Yes.